Welcome back to Laws of Physio, and in this video we're going to go through how to use a TENS machine. So TENS is an abbreviation for transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation, and the reason we use TENS in the clinic is because it helps with pain management, and it can also be used to help stimulate muscle contraction, which helps with rehab and it can actually make the muscle stronger. So what you'll receive in the box when you get it is the TENS unit itself. You'll get some self-adhesive electrodes. You get 2 wires that actually lets you connect the TENS machine to the electrodes, and some actually come with a battery. So when you're looking at the TENS unit just like this, it's got my one has a little bit of a lid like that, and this lets you kind of adjust things. It's got a clip where you can adjust it to your clothes, or you can stick it to your clothes so you can do stuff while you're using it. And this is the important part that you want to know. So when you get the box, first thing you want to do is open it. So you go all the way down and you push a little bit more. This is where the battery will go. So you do need a 9-volt battery. So you're just going to pop that in as so. So just popping it. Easy done, okay? In terms of the settings, you have different modes. You've got a timer, pulse width, and a pulse rate. So for the most part, with the modes, don't need to change it, don't stress about it. If there is something particular, let me know and I can answer it there. The timer, I usually keep it at 15, so it automatically turns off at 15, so you're not running the battery. And majority of people get a good effect at 15 minutes. Pulse width is how long the pulse will go for, and pulse rate is how frequently it will go up and down, okay? So majority of the time when it comes in the package, I just leave it as such because it's good to go. So popping that back in. Next thing you want to do is attach the actual electrodes to the wires to the TENS machine. So I like to do the wires separately. So this actually goes into that unit there, and you'll find that there is a red piece and a black piece. So this will tell you where the electricity is going. So we'll explain that a bit later. With the self-adhesive electrodes, you just need to slot them in like that. Nice and easy. Cool. And that's one set of wires down. I'm going to do the same with the other set of wires right here. So it doesn't really matter which one it goes into, as long as you slot it in, it's good to go. Perfect. All right. Next part is actually attaching it to the unit. So with the unit, you got this kind of access point at the top. Just click it in. Done. Good to go. Awesome. So to actually know if it's working, you need to turn it on. So if you just rotate the node up here, it will set off a light there, and that will let you know if it's actually working or not, and if there's actually electricity going through there. So the numbers just refers to how intense the unit is. So if we go all the way to the end, that's the max output we can put in. Majority of people, they go to this notch here matching up with the 4. So play around with it. Everyone is very personalized. You got to find out which one works for you. But let's pop the electrodes on my leg and we'll see how we go. Okay, so this is my leg. We're going to treat it as if I've come in with some knee pain, and we're going to put the electrodes as so. So let's say we've come in with some patella knee pain right here, and TENS is a good option for that. So with the self-adhesive electrodes, the main thing you need to know is with the pads here, the red will go to the black. So as you attach these units here, the electricity will go through one end, and it'll pass through the other end and then back to the unit. So we like to use this as kind of a field of where you're gonna get pain relief, but essentially you pop the electrodes on where it's painful. The only places that I wouldn't recommend putting it on is if there's any open wounds across the heart, along the brain or anything, mostly for muscular issues here. But keep in mind, it's a 9-volt battery. It shouldn't be enough voltage to do any harm, but let's not put ourselves at risk here. So patient comes in, patella issues. Usually with patella issues, you're getting pain along the tendon here, but you're also getting some weakness in the quad. So we're going to use this to get some activation through that quad. So peeling it off nice and easy, placing it on the quad. If you want to find out where to actually get the muscle, you get them to activate, and that's the muscle right there. And then the second electrode, I want to go across the actual knee joint itself. So I might place it right next to the patella tendon right there. And same thing, I'm going to go on the top again, this time on the outside of the quad. we want that electricity to go through the knee itself. So we're going to drop it just next to that kneecap, that patella tendon right there, okay? So when you do use it, try to leave a small gap so it doesn't kind of bridge. For the most part, if there's a little bit of hair, shouldn't be an issue. If there's a lot of hair, you might have issues kind of sticking on. Okay, we're going to turn on the unit now. There it is. So we're going to turn on the first one. So I'm starting to get I'm starting to feel it just here. We're going to go to the second one, so I feel kind of even first. Okay, so now I'm feeling a little bit of light tingling, okay? So the main thing with it is it should be a strong tingling, no pain, no discomfort, just intense tingling. So what's happening is the electricity is stimulating the tactile part of your nerve, so you're feeling this kind of tingling electricity, kind of tingling sensation. As you increase it, you actually get muscle activation. So let's increase it here. Cool. And if you see, my quad is contracting, and that's not me, that is purely the machine doing its thing. Let's go for the outside quad. Perfect. So that's not me activating at all, that's purely the machine. So this helps to alleviate pain, which is a good thing, but at the same time we can use this in conjunction with exercises to make sure that you're getting optimal muscle contraction. So a good example would be doing leg extensions with the TENS machine on, just to make sure the right muscles are activating. Otherwise, we do use this with some people who've had neurological issues where the muscle's not actually contracting properly. This is a good way to kind of preserve muscle by actually using the contractile muscle, even if the person isn't able to use that muscle themselves. And usually after about 3 to 4 minutes, you actually feel like the tingling is decreasing and the contractions won't be as strong. That's your body slowly adapting to it. So if that happens, again, just slowly increasing the electrodes to get more of a contraction like that. Okay, so towards the end of the 15 minutes, it should automatically switch off if you haven't played with the timer. Otherwise, to turn it off, make sure to go towards zero, and it's switched off. To reapply it, make sure on the actual thing it says applied to this side. If you apply it to the opposite side, it might lose its stickiness with time. And peeling that off, it might leave a little bit of residue, but it's all good. Laying that on there. No hair, nice. And this is good to use again next time. So usually with the electrodes, it's one per person for hygiene reasons. So, you know, if you got someone else that wants to use it, you can buy another pack that comes with another set of electrodes. But yeah, so there you go. So that's how you use a TENS unit. Just a few things. I would probably be cautious to use it if you have any kind of heart issues, pacemakers. Please check with a health professional for that. If you're pregnant, I probably would also check with your doctor before using that. And any kind of open wounds, probably won't be using that. Otherwise, we made it to the end of the video. If you enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like. That's how we get exposure here and how we kind of share this information with everyone else. If you do want your own TENS unit, you can get it online. I'll find a link and I'll leave it in the description. Otherwise, let me know if there's anything else you want to use, and I hope that you feel confident that you can use a TENS unit at home without any fear of pain or any fear of anything. Otherwise, if you do use it and you do get any symptoms, please stop straight away and contact your physio or your doctor and see what the go is there. Otherwise, take care. I'll see you guys next time.